quit button, you owe $100.
100 total, right? So 50 apiece?
No, it's
All right, what is up, guys? We are back. We're here in the booth for some PH Social live stream action, and it is Worms game tonight. Little Friday night special for you guys. These boys are playing some 1-3 uncapped Texas Hold'em, and they're playing bomb pots on the dealer change, and they're playing Squid Game, which is a placard game where there are actually 10 placards being divvied out over the course of 10 hands, which constitutes one round. And then at the end, there's bounties paid. And I believe Worm said each bounty's worth $10. So it's going to be a $100 payout roughly for the players who are left without a placard. And that's going to be divvied up amongst the players who do have them. So should create a lot of action here tonight. And we actually already had a few hands going. Had a quick delay to get the stream up and running here, and then now we're about to get back into it. So we got just a couple of minutes here. The boys are out there playing right now, but we're waiting for the delay to catch up on the stream. So just have a couple of more minutes here before cards are going to be back in the air. And our one seat right here, it's Mr. Mason, and he scooped himself a nice looking pot. I did not actually get to see the action go down, but I believe that he bought in for only $1,000, and you can see right there in front of him that nice looking chip stack. So those red chips there are worth $5 each, and one stack of them is $100. The green chips are $25 each. A stack constitutes $500, and the black chips are $100 each. So one stack of black chips, which looks like Mason's earned himself about 2/3 of a stack. It's going to be worth $2,000 for the full stack. So quick rundown here. Looks like Mason's sitting on about $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, close to $4,000. And like I said, I think he was in for 1K, so pretty sweet start to the night for him. I'm sure he's hyped about that. Always feels good whenever you're playing on live stream to sit down and get off to a really good start. If you've never played on live stream before, it's quite nerve-wracking. Kind of makes you feel like a new sense of pressure that you've probably never felt playing poker before. There's always that small element of you making a goofy play in poker and it not working out, and then you kind of being forced to show your hand and everyone gets to see what happened. That doesn't happen too often. Most of the times when we goof up, we can either just muck our cards or we never even get to showdown. But here, everyone gets to watch every single play that you make, and that can definitely be nerve-wracking. I know from personal experience playing on the stream myself that you go from thinking about how to make the best plays, and all of a sudden you can't stop thinking about what everyone else is going to think about your plays. And welcome to Miss Mary joining us. Who are the commentators tonight? It's just me and Nick here in the booth. Looking forward to tonight. But I do have some fun little gadgets here that we can mess around with. So we can get a couple of partner commentators for me in here. We can start with our high-pitched friend.
And hi there, guys. How's it going? We might do some inner monologue type thing. Word to Josh.
And we've also got a deep voice, so we can definitely mix it up if you guys are in the mood.
And we'll just sit here for a minute, but who knows? Maybe we'll try and mix in those a little bit and have some fun. Got a few cool sound effects for you as well. And like I said, the guys are already out there playing, but just waiting for the delay to catch up here. The cards are going to be in the air any second. Appreciate all of you guys trickling in here. Up to double digits on the viewer count. You guys hit the like button for us. I hate saying that. I know it wears you out, but it is the cheapest payment of all time for hours of entertainment. And a nice way to appreciate all the people up here that are working hard to put this thing on for you. Just click that thumbs up. Only takes a second. We appreciate it very much. Gonna go on there myself and click it from my personal account. Want to watch that number go up, boys. And ladies, Miss Mary. Glad you're with us. Appreciate you being here.
If we're all out, it's everybody without a squid button, you owe $100.
I think me and you are the only ones.
The only ones left.
Alright.
I haven't been able to hit a set yet like these guys.
No, it's 100.
100 total, right? So 50 apiece?
No, it's 10 per button per player, so it's 100 total from everybody.
So how much would these are worth right now?
Yeah,
30
so
bucks.
$20.
$10 is only 20 bucks. 20 bucks.
20 bucks
So
each,
40
yeah.
bucks over here.
So what? How much each? 20 per flag. Okay.
200 total.
I thought we were going to, all 9 are
Crazy game.
Yeah,
Alright, I just added another $100.
You threw an extra one in?
No, I paid him and then I just stopped on.
40.
That's tough.
Hey, you want to...
I like $10 running better.
Well, no, but think about it this way. It's like the more you win, the more hands you win during the round, you can end up collecting like $300. And it also incentivizes people.
So if I have all 10 buttons,
You get
100 from
you
everybody?
get $1,000. Yes. So if you're on a heater and you have like 5 or 6 buttons, and there's only one other guy that has it, now you've got 7 people paying you $100 apiece. It's the best. I like it better than stand-up because stand-up, like the most you can lose is the same, right? It's still 100, but you can win infinitely. For your birthday.
Hey, we're still doing Squid Game or we're going to win round?
Yeah, progressive.
Where you get this dealer from? Where?
Hey, can't sit with me, Roger.
Oh, we're gonna settle up at the parking lot later.
I gotta settle up with him, man.
Stay as long as you want.
So we're actually hearing the boys discuss the Squid Game here. Sounds like a bad surprise for the 3-seat.
Shit, no way.
Sounds like he thought maybe the total for the players who do not have a button is going to be $100, but it's actually $100 per player because they're playing $10 per button with 10 buttons. So anytime you do not win a button, you owe whoever won that button $10. So if you don't get any by the end of the 10-button round, yep, you owe $100. Pretty steep for a 1-3 game. You hear $10 per button, it seems like not that big of a deal, but yeah, that adds up pretty quick. Over the course of only 10 hands, you might be looking at a $100 bounty fee. And our friend Mr. 3-seat sitting here on only about a about a $450 stack. That's a stinger. Lose $100 off of a $400 stack. Let's see if he makes an adjustment here to steal himself a button in the next round. That's going to be fun to keep up with. It sounds like we're coming into a fresh round right here. So 10 buttons up for grabs. And looks like Mr. Raj went ahead and posted the $15 straddle under the gun here. You know that's going to get things going. Worm trying to sneak in with a $15 limp there on the button. Kind of surprised to see that. Unless, I'm not sure if Raj was maybe blind raising. I mean, that still wouldn't make sense. I would think if Worm's going to get involved there that he would have came in for a raise. A little surprised. Mixing it up, though. I mean, I personally use a lot of limping in my poker, so I know that's not always the most popular thing, but, you know, I think there's a lot of times and places where it's the best play, especially in live cash games that are very loose and juicy.
You haven't read Super System, man. It's like, you can't expect to win at this game if you don't read Super System.
Got some nice table audio tonight. We were able to listen in on the boys discussing Squid Game strategy there. I'm going to try and step out of the way as often as necessary to let these guys lead the way.
I'm not drunk enough yet.
Everybody voted?
Yeah.
5.
Not yet.
Worm trying to open there with the Queen 8. Getting active tonight. It is his namesake on the stream. Wondering if he might be feeling a little extra pressure, even more than he normally does playing on stream, because like I mentioned a while ago, not an easy task exposing all of your poker decisions to the world.
What?
I already graduated high school. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So what do you do?
It is Raj who came in with the 3-bet there with the ace-king, and he's going to take it down pre-flop. Federal Mayhem wanting to know about the painter's tape. That's the first I've seen it, but it looks like it's marking where the microphones are. That's why our table audio improved dramatically this week. They got those mics down there on the rail. Not sure if the tape's going to be a permanent fixture or if they're just doing that tonight while they're testing out those new mic placements. Big pot energy, guys. Ethan trying to limp in here for 10. Mason going to bump it. 50 on the button. Ralph 3-betting the mystery hand. And now Raj thinking about getting really frisky with a 7 deuce.
I'm so sick of not being able to wait for 2 to get cool. My mouth is done.
Dude.
But I'm not gonna stop.
Well, yeah, but if you wait, then by the end, it's cold and shitty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like to see it like I'm training my
I
mouth.
know, it's like, you know that Family Guy clip where he gets pulled over and he's like, the officer asks him why he's slurring. He's like, man, I just made a boxer.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so nuts. Just a nuts. Just a nuts.
So, got a peek at Ralph's cards there. I guess that's Ralph in the 4 seat. Coming in with the frisky little 3-bet, the ace-8 offsuit. He almost gets some action from Raj with the 7 deuce off. You know Raj wants to do it for the memes.
One more time and you were out.
I mean, anytime someone goes by screen names like Molly Whopper and Scam Likely, you know that they're a meme lord.
That's good. I can wait 8 minutes.
And Raj never one to turn down action. Looks like he brought Blastoise with him tonight.
Today, I don't know who it is.
I appreciate that. I see a lot of Pokemon card protectors, and too many of them are from the new age Pokemon sets. So shout out to Raj for sticking with the OGs. Blastoise is a childhood hero of many of us, I'm sure. PJ, Mr. Patrick in the hijack, bumping it with the Jack 10 suited. Gonna pick up 3 callers here. Nice flop for him. Always feels good to be the pre-flop aggressor. And then flop yourself a flush draw, a couple of overcards. Backdoor straight draw as well. Patrick decides to play a little tricky. Gets rewarded for it. So he makes top pair here and now gets to lead for value instead of as a bluff. Ralph sticks around with a pair of 9s, and we see a queen on the river.
You're miles ahead of where I was 8 when I learned to play poker when I was 18.
And check, check. Just curious if we might see a bet go in there on the river. But 4-way pot, Patrick content just to take it down.
Favorite young buck.
Yeah.
Youth is fleeting.
You have the worst 3 years of your life are ahead of you. It's like
Nice little stack for him there. Looks like he's got a game going online as well.
I feel the Parkinson's.
1, 2, 3, about 3,500 in his stack. And also feels good to get that placard. Each one of those worth $100. But of course, you're probably not going to win them all. So your $100 is going to get chipped away at. But if you win several, you could rack up multiple hundreds within one round. We had Leo opening the button here, getting a loose defend from Ethan. Not letting his straddle go easy. And then Ethan just deciding to lead here on the flop. He does pick a good time, as it's a total whiff for Ralph, and he just gives it up. Some early pre-flop raise percentages for you guys. I have a feeling this is going to kind of be like the perfect mix of a lineup, and that we're going to have a lot of aggressive action, but also a pretty healthy mix of calling and overcalling to create some multi-way pots as well. So I think it's going to be a healthy mix of different styles of configurations. Some single raise pots heads up, some single raise pots multi-ways, some 3-bet pots, some limp pots, some 4-bet pots. Ooh, Ethan giving me a little insight there. Ethan is the master of the one-liners. We'll get back to that in a second as this action has exploded quickly. A little Raj opening 9s, Leo 3-betting, and now Raj going to 4-bet to put Leo all in.
It's up and running. I have a pocket pair.
I don't know. When I tried to do mine, it
Good thing we went twice. I have a
They're going twice. Little Raj flops top set, and then Leo wastes one of his aces.
5.
Oh, we got some gamblers here tonight, boys. Nice hand, Raj.
Thank you.
Bricks on the second board. Raj gonna stack Leo.
I don't even know how I should tip you, Robbie.
Thank you, Raj. Yeah, a friend of mine actually mentioned to me that he's trying to get a live stream going at Palace Saturday night.
I got you, bro.
Here's our chip counts, guys. It's Worm leading the way. I'm pretty sure Worm bought in for 3, so I think he's up over $1,000 to get started here tonight. It's got to feel good for him. Coming in as the namesake of the stream. You invite all of your boys to come play with you. Feeling a little extra pressure, a little extra nerves. So got to feel good to get it started on the right note. Kind of feels like you're free rolling after that. A lot of red cards. Somebody tell me in the chat, what's the chances of seeing 7 red cards in a row come out? That one's not too hard to figure out. See who can get there first. Leo back with a vengeance. Trying to raise the 7 deuce. I did not hear that they're playing the 7 deuce game, so I think he's just doing this to go after placards and maybe for the lulls. Picks a bad time here as Ralph wakes up with bullets right behind him. Ralph comes 3-bet, and Ethan's going to cold call on the button. We're going to take a flop. Ethan better hope he doesn't flop top pair here.
Ralph, you got a buddy that plays poker?
Huh?
You got a buddy?
I do.
I think I play with him. Is he play on the live on TCA Dallas?
No.
No?
455.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
It's a safe flop for king queen. Beautiful flop for aces. Ethan did decide to float for $55 on the flop. Lucky for him, the turn is an ace, not a king. And Ralph gonna come
7 deuce, I would have been hosed.
225. Top full, did not need the ace there. Always pretty to look at whenever you make a full house in a situation like that, but he would have far rather seen a king or a queen than an ace. And that is Ethan there wearing the PH jacket. He is a fan favorite, plays on David's Monday night game, and he's up here at the room playing all the time. We actually do a cash game leaderboard here. Top 5 finishers earn themselves a VIP membership for the following month. And Ethan actually took down first place for February. So congrats to him for that. I think he played nearly 200 hours just at our room, and I imagine that he probably plays other places as well.
I'm from Indiana. But that's insane, bro. They're trying to get us set up.
Imagine if you ripped it and then you saw that flop.
I know, right?
That was
I would have been like,
Looks like it's time for a little bomb pot action.
yeah, that's what
We typically do a bomb pot on all of our dealer changes here at PH. And we typically run a 1-1, a 1-2, a 1-3, and a 2-5 as our stake levels. The 1-1 and the 1-2 are going just about all day, every day. The 1-3 and the 2-5 going multiple days a week. Little Raj leads for 80 here on the turns. Still playing a mystery hand.
There's got to be a way to automate ChatGPT. That'll be my next startup, man. For strictly only for poker live streams.
yeah, that's gonna print.
Yeah.
And it's going to come with 100 on the river.
Big part of the poker is player
Feels like it may be the case queen. Just a naked queen.
the tables against you on this.
Could also be a hand like 10-5.
Yeah, sorry, right.
It's kind of blast mode, it's more of a Tarzan thing.
Wow, Leo actually rips it here. Ace, 8-4. Man, he's playing the strength that it's hard to beat aces on both boards. Definitely got to hope you don't get a call from behind you here. You don't want Ethan and Little Raj in there. If they both call, you're probably in bad shape. Especially with 3 queens being out there, it's kind of hard for 2 players to be competing on the same board if you get action. Now Raj.
I feel like you got the bottom one. I got top. Right?
Definitely not nutted, and I think he probably doesn't have the queen. Let's see. He's got a king, 10, 9, deuce. So Raj has the 9. And yeah, it is hard to beat Leo on both boards. A little bit of a scary proposition in a multi-way pot there to go ahead and rip it, but does push Ethan out and gets his own money back plus some bonus money. And really, when you're playing bomb pots, you want to get as many players in there juicing up the pot as possible so that whenever you split it, you get more than just your own money back.
What you got on top, Rob?
Last boys.
Huh? What you got on top?
I had 9.
Ethan asked him, what do you got on top, Raj? And he says, Blastoise. But he meant, what do you have on the top board in the bomb pot?
God, where that black chip is.
Leo back at it again. I'm not sure if they're actually playing 4 cards here. I think this is 2 cards, which is why we're getting the graphic error, but Leo's been in the mix, and B-Rad giving him some action here. Looks like they're going twice. Hearts on that one, so queen on both boards. B-Rad gonna take it down here. Curious what Leo had there. Maybe he had his queen out-kicked. And poor Leo off to a tough start.
People don't got one.
Leo Mason, no, I have one. Oh, shit.
Hey, I think that was mine, bro. He's the one that...
And I just got word that we actually had the Omaha graphics on for the next couple of hands here after the bomb pod, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of mystery hands. We're gonna try and figure out what everybody's got without being able to see it. So it's actually gonna be kind of a fun little exercise here. See if we can watch the action closely and piece together what these guys might have. Got 22 of you guys joining us here. Appreciate that very much. Somebody go hit the like button for us.
Oh, yeah, no, I see what you mean. Yeah. I could make it. I'll get to that.
Straddle 10, yo. Straddle 10.
All right, so Brad's gonna open +1, and Worm's gonna 3-bet in the hijack. We're already off to a fun start on the mystery hands. And we're gonna play a heads-up configuration here. And Brad gonna come right back over the top, 325. 4-bet pot in our first mystery hand. And Worm gonna let it go. So we're not gonna see what Worm had there. He's capable of having quite a few hands. Worm a very active player. Oh, and it looks like it's payout time for the placards. So if you're just joining us, the way the Squid Game's gonna work here is they've got 10 placards. Each placard is worth $100. No, excuse me. Each placard is gonna be worth $10 from each player. So they're technically worth $90. 9 players.
You would have shown me if love, right?
I would have showed it if it was a lot.
And they're gonna play for 10 of those placards. So there's $1,000. Wait, I'm tripping myself out here. $900 up for grabs. $100 from each player. Yeah, there we go. We're back. Okay, so each placard is worth 90 bucks. They're playing for 10 of them. So one full round is $900 in the middle, in the pot. But you do not know until it's over how much you're going to owe to that pot. So for every placard you get 100 bucks. Essentially. And if you're left with none at the end, then you owe the full 100. We're gonna get around to it.
The vibe just changed
Yeah,
quite
what
a
are we
bit.
listening to, man? I mean, it's better than no music, but not much better.
We're back at it again here. Mystery hand number 2, opening to 50. This time we're gonna play a flat configuration on the button, and Raj gonna call as well. Look like he might be reaching for raising chips.
Oh, that's that one movie.
That one movie?
Yeah.
Which one? I forget the movie.
Is the Taylor Swift documentary?
Yeah. The Eras Tour.
The Eras Tour. That's right. That's right.
4 ways to the flop here.
Check. 2 check, 3 check. 2 check, 1 check. Okay, check the nuts one more time. 2 check.
Still got the nuts?
Oh, hold on. 2 check. 3 check. There you go. 8 check, 75. 1 5. I surrender. 2 4. I'll go Ethan says. Ethan. You got 2 headphones on?
I'm only playing to get my button in. I don't care about the money in the pot.
3 check.
$250 from Worm here on the river and a snap call from Mason. I believe Worm bet the whole way down.
Maximum value. No problem. Thank you. I'm the best there is. I'm selling a course, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Super System 3?
No, I'm trying to think of like a pun on, like a play on worm.
Play on Worm?
No, I mean,
Yeah.
no, I'm trying to.
You're dying in front of the camera right now.
I know, man. I'm choking.
Can you step outside? For a sec?
Yeah, I need a break.
Yeah.
I just want a big pot.
It's a high pressure game.
I don't know, man, but I've recorded some advertisements I made. I just what I did is I like went to the jewelry store and I bought like 10 chains, and I'm gonna wear all 10 chains. And I'm like, if you want to play poker like me,
That's
and
8 more.
make $1 million a month,
8 more than the last
join
guy.
buy my course, man.
Join your Discord.
No,
Join your Discord.
Yeah,
You gotta pay
dude.
$50 just to get in.
I'll join.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be bluffing. I can't be full of it. I've got 10 chains on.
Rent a Ferrari and have the Ferrari in the background.
Yeah, dude. It's
Get a bookshelf in your
I'm
garage.
just gonna go to a Ferrari dealership.
Oh my
and
God, you got
inside the
keys?
Ferrari.
Worm in the background here telling stories about
I don't care. But yeah, so
the course that he's developing after he takes down the previous pot.
whatever you want.
And meanwhile, Leo all in again. He's trying to spin this thing up off of some $500 buy-ins. He's got to get one to go through eventually here. And Tony letting us know we can't see the cards. Yeah, it's just for a couple of hands, Tony. We actually had the graphics switched to Omaha because we were playing a bomb pot, and then they forgot to switch it back for a couple of hands. But it should be back to normal within the next hand or two here.
This guy's a monster, man. We gotta get
Oh
this
yeah,
guy from
dude.
Fort Worth.
Keep it in the family, man. Of course.
Appreciate the heads up, though, and appreciate you joining us.
Yeah.
Got to do a couple of mystery hands while we were waiting.
I went to the port one time. This one is one time.
It's time to light the chat up, boys.
Dude, that game's not as good as like the 1-3 game. 1-3 game, that when it runs late at night is just the nuts.
Just the nuts.
It is the nuts. Well, yeah, but it's good for like 2 hours. And only if you know how to play PLO.
What's PLO?
It's this stupid fucking game where it's like
Looks like Patrick's going to take the lead this time. That's PJ in the 9 seat, raising to 30.
in PLO you can only play the cards off of that. Right, Patrick?
Leo's back in there again, and I'm thinking maybe they chopped that last pot. Maybe they ran it twice.
I love playing them.
It's Leo's back on his 470 stack. Interesting flop here for a 4-way raised pot. King, queen, 10, all diamonds.
Ralph is a player of women. I'm a player of men.
Checks around on the flop, and now PJ leading for 50. believe that's going to take it down. I think Ethan already folded there. I think they're just double checking the action on the action tracker. Here's our pre-flop raise percentages tonight. PJ off to a fast start. I thought Worm was going to be up over 30%. Pretty close. Pretty much everybody floating in those mid-20s. Sign of a game with a lot of young guys in it. Yeah, we know, Tony. It's already fixed, buddy. We just had to wait for the delay to catch up, so they had just not realized for about 4 hands that it was still on Omaha, so it wouldn't read the cards whenever they were getting dealt only 2. But it's already fixed. It's just waiting for the delay to catch up, and we should be back to normal here any second.
You don't know that?
It's one of the problems with a stream that has to run on delay is that oftentimes you don't realize stuff has already gone awry until the delay is passed. So then you fix it in real time and have to wait for it to catch up on the stream 10 minutes later. And here we go. Looks like we're doing a lot of catching up real quick. And we're back. Cards are red. Mason scooping a pot that zoomed by us. Looks like it was good for $300 profit. The ladies.
Pocket nines are one of my favorite hands, man. The German bird. This gives me power.
And Mason has actually taken the chip lead away from Worm. Worm in for 3,000. Mason only in for 1,000. So Worm sitting on a nice little profit, but Mason is blowing this thing up early. Already quintupling his stack. And you can see we're on hand 27, so that happened fast. Oh, so refreshing to have the cards back, isn't it? And it's little Raj, he's going to be opening it to 60 here with the ace-8 offsuit, and he's running into a buzzsaw from PJ. PJ 3-bets with the ace-king, and Raj going to defend. He's got position, and he's got an ace. We're going to take a flop here. Raj better hope there's not an ace on the flop, and there's not. You know, PJ doesn't love to see this. Big 3-bet pot out of position. He's going to go ahead and c-bet. Dry enough board that he feels obligated. It's going to come 150 and do about 500. And Raj lets it go. I didn't know if Raj having the ace of spades there and position and it being a dry board, if he might float once and then try to steal it on the turn. But he does decide just to fold here on the flop. Always feels good when you got the ace-king and you come with a small c-bet size and get it through. Shout out to JT for having the table audio so much cleaner and clearer this week so that we can actually hear what these players are talking about. Allowing me to step out and we can listen to the banter going on between them. And especially when Worm's playing. I mean, I've played with Worm myself many times and he is quite the character. Always has something wild to say.
It's a really low-budget Hong Kong movie about these...
Oh, so disappointing that we got a glitch on the video there, because right on cue, as I was talking about Worm always having something to say, he's about to rip in about a low-budget Hong Kong movie. I really wanted to hear that. And looks like it's going to be shots for the boys here. Pretty sure Worm said they had some whiskey behind the bar. We are BYOB here at PH Social, so if you ever want to come play some cards, bring some brews, watch the game, hang out with friends, this is the place to do it. Got a ton of great action around the room here, and looking forward to telling you guys more about that tonight. But right now we need to get back here as Ethan has flopped the goods and now sees the worst possible situation develop on the turn as he flopped the goods, but now the queen comes in, giving him the one-liner to the 9, but any ace would make a bigger straight. And unfortunately for him, Mason gonna take advantage of the situation and lead for 200. Ooh, there goes the shots. Watch the faces.
I'm not gonna finish it.
B-Rad gave it up a little bit.
Raj, we straddle? Thank you.
3-seat.
Whose bottle are
Very
you?
impressive. Didn't even grimace, not even a little bit.
Ah,
You want to
Got a guy.
we can do the James.
Okay, deal, man. Shoot, man. Damn.
Federal Mayhem.
I can't wait to try it.
Giving B-Rad the business.
We'll wind it down during like the last hour. and a
Yeah,
half.
no, I was gonna make.
That's what I'm talking about. I want to see this chat get fired up a little bit.
I've heard if you just like drink really fast and then get in your car, you can get home like before it hits you.
That's the.
How close do you live? No, only like 45 minutes.
What I do when I need to get home quicker.
You'll be good.
Yeah.
That means you can do a couple shots while you're driving and then get home.
Well, I need to steady my nerves.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't want to. I'm nervous about getting pulled over, man. Don't like that. It's like it's the responsible thing to do. You know, it used to be a great country, man. You used to be able to drink and drive.
You used to be able to do, and you used to be able to do a little bit of cocaine, not die of fentanyl. I'm happy with that.
It was a better country when people were able
Be able to literally run a crypto pump and dump.
Yeah, you can't even pump and dump a crypto anymore. What the fuck?
Not in America.
You gotta go to Brazil now.
Y'all were the ones raising the price of the GPUs. Okay.
Yeah. You're welcome.
These guys are trying to play Diablo 4 and we're fucking them up.
Wait, you put 300 plus frames on apologies.
Boys getting a little bit wild out there. Giving some unsolicited advice. Not sponsored by PH Social.
I got one already. You only have to show for your first one, man.
Do not take medical advice from Worm. That is my
I'm
advice.
showing all this time and you didn't even have to.
What are we playing? 1-3, right?
Is that true?
1,
You know how
3,
much
5, 10,
information I picked
25,
up?
all that. 100,
Patrick
200.
raises ace king.
Ali.
Patrick raises kings. Patrick folds to 5 bet.
Patrick folds queen.
Yeah, Patrick folds jacks to 5 bet. Like a bitch.
Whoa.
You're my bitch, Patrick.
I think there's a mic underneath you.
Shots fired from Worm.
I want everyone to know. I want the world to know.
You said no swearing on stream, and you're the main one swearing.
Alienating friends is a great strategy.
Apparently Worm told everyone no swearing on stream, and now he's the main one swearing.
I've gotten stacked in the last few months.
A la Little Raj.
For real?
Like every single
Wondering if the whiskey shots may have anything to do with that.
At least 3 times, like in close succession.
so hard,
My life is hard, man. I'm still waiting on Joe Biden to pay my tuition, man. It's I live under a bridge.
Are we still doing Squid Game?
I believe in you, Worm.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Maybe my parents will watch this stream and they'll believe in me.
I doubt it.
Maybe my dad will see this and come back in my life.
You gotta let them.
That's not happening, Worm.
Let's not do that therapy session online, all right? Keep that
That's
outside.
the
of
only
stream.
reason I wanted to do this on stream, man.
Yeah.
He's out there buying milk somewhere, man.
Still buying.
Yeah. He's like, oh man. That's...
How about we just keep it, you know?
So good. Worm is entertainment by himself.
Hey man, I'm an open book,
You're
alright?
open book. He's got an open heart. Big heart.
I got a big heart.
And he misses his father.
That's fair, that's fair.
That's true.
Apparently Worm's dad's still out there buying milk somewhere. Tough life for the kid.
Ralph, your stack is dirty.
I'm the butter, am I?
Stack is dirty, buddy.
Oh.
Or, not Ralph, Brad. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm drunk.
I'm Rough.
I don't know why I mix you two up. You guys both have 4-letter names. The stack of
Both of
green.
them are Ralph?
Which one?
Oh, no, Ralph is a 5-letter name.
I was waiting,
Ralph is a 5-letter name.
I was waiting for you to count.
I'm an idiot, dude.
Limp pot here. $10 straddle was on. Leo gonna lead out for 25
Clearly doesn't.
on the flop.
He's an advantage player, huh? He knows good investments.
AP parenting.
You know, you gotta.
Ethan gonna turn a jack. Maybe a little dangerous for him
You know.
Says who?
after floating the flop.
No, he's talking about his dad. His dad walked out very early on.
It's like second.
Worm is the 7 deuce of children.
Wow.
It's true, man. It's true.
Is that really how?
He saw me and he was like, "Nah, I'm on to the next family." You know?
Look, when it makes you feel better, I could be your daddy.
You know, I love you like my dad.
All right, there you go. You're my son now.
All right.
I claim him.
I'm so happy for you.
Happy birthday.
You gonna call him daddy?
I will call him daddy.
Are you trying to listen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Sure.
So I'm just really excited for
You
Worm.
know how many men
Fighting
I
upon
call
the
daddy because I never got to say it to my actual father.
Talking about Pat? At least 10.
No.
Oh.
No, Worm has a new dad.
Last one. I claimed him.
Oh.
He's my son now.
Yeah.
Apparently, Worm's got a new daddy who just wished him a happy birthday.
Pop
Did
ride.
you get on one? Did you get on one? Did you get on one? How was it?
This is primo entertainment. Thank you for the commentary, Worm, making my job easy.
Father and son, would I?
There you go. I just talked to her.
And then Worm gonna come in and deliver some more entertainment for us with a $50 raise from early position, 9-7, or excuse me, King 7 suited. It's a little Raj with the 9-7 suited behind him.
That's a good one.
Hey, relax over there.
Leo and Little Raj both with top pair here. Ralph and Worm with a little piece as well.
All right. Take it easy over there. All right.
All right.
His brain fried from the PL08.
The 9 deuce gets out of the way. Good fold.
In this game too.
Please, Dad, don't.
All right, I'll check.
There's Worm c-betting. Raj calling on the flop. Check, check. Now Worm makes a pair of 7s on the river. Gives little Raj 2 pair.
Do you love me? Do you love me now?
But it does go check, check as there's a one-liner out there. Both players a little scared of that.
Oh yeah.
All right, Squid Game's over. Ethan, 100.
Hey. I get
Squid Game is over,
Nice.
which means 10 more hands have passed,
you
and
should buy my course.
that can be expensive. I see B-Rad ponying up $100 right there.
It's like if you want to have.
If you guys are just joining us, they're playing Squid Game, which is every 10 hands we play a round of placard distribution. So there's 10 placards, and they get distributed, 1 in each pot. And then at the end of the 10, if you don't have any in your stack, then you owe $100 to the pot.
Well, I am an asshole.
You've got your jacket. I've got the rustic leather.
And that money gets divvied up amongst the players who have collected them.
There's 3 losers.
So essentially, each placard is worth $10 from each player, and there's 10 placards. So each player responsible for $100 worth.
Oh yeah, they're worth. And then I got true story. In the same night, 3 separate gay dudes, and he gave me.
Bite King coming in high. Here we go. This is what we need in our lives. How was your poker session? Well, I got a new dad. Pretty sure it's a new daddy, according to Worm. It's a nice birthday present for him to pick up here.
Right? Yep. And then we're going to have $20 left over. No, it's 30 because 3 people didn't have any. 30, 30.
Yeah, the more people.
30 right there. And then there's $10. That's
Yeah, so I should have got 60. Not, yeah, I should have got. Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah, man.
Alright, thank you.
Don't short me.
I wasn't trying to, buddy. I promise.
Man.
I think it's fun to on C3.
Every time I come here, I leave sad.
Just bring more money, man. And then.
No, I don't hate it. It's so good.
Quarter. C2 raises to 25. C3 folds. C4 raises to 100.
Lil Raj must be up from the table because I know there ain't no way that he just folded Queen 9 suited.
How would he just do it?
How do you think I'm a witch?
Man, drugs, that's a gateway drug.
So what?
What you like mine?
Heroin,
Petco.
and stuff.
God, let's
Brad, nicotine's a gateway drug, right? I'm trying to.
What you got, Brad? H4?
Oh, that was my board. That was my board.
Honestly,
That's not Brad, that's Ralph. See, it's easy to mix them up.
7. Wow, I had queen 9. I scooped.
Did he show you ace 4?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ethan.
I thought
Wow.
he just sold him for ace 4 for some reason.
Ralph, add on.
Huh? I will.
Lock you in.
Ethan.
You got like 250 to use.
I'm
Just
so-
call. On a flop, I'll bet for
We're
you.
not gonna play at least 27K pot before the end of the night.
Stuck that much. How much were you stuck? Not even
Scoop the birthday boy.
I was took 2,000 40 minutes ago. And now
You know, you should give inspirational talks. You know, like David Alexander? You should
you
do
too
that.
can grow up to be 62 years old and owe people money.
And give inspirational speeches. I can see you giving inspirational speeches. You once said suicide is minus EV, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time Worm said something about suicide. I looked at him and said suicide's minus EV.
And then I put that on on my wall and I framed it.
You needed to hear it.
And it's like a.
You were in a dark place.
It was over a picture of
Sorry,
a
every
kitten
time we play with Worm, I'm in a
hanging
fever
off,
dream.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's a suicide is minus EV.
You were in a dark place.
I was.
I had to help you out.
Well, I mean, I tried to do a whole murder-suicide thing with like my car and myself, but
You got a hybrid.
only the
Only the car died.
No, only the car died. So it was like, what the hell? You know?
Are you death proof? Is that what it is?
And then it cost me like $2,000 to get a new car, and so I was like, you know what? Suicide
Can't
is fine.
die,
Something,
you
man.
should.
That shit cost me a lot of money.
Run out.
What's the payoff to 7 lose?
Oh, he's still winning.
Whatever y'all wanted.
Wait, you won with 7 lose?
You just won with 7.
Yeah, he wants
25. Who did?
I did.
Damn it, Mason.
Pays him and
Even if I caught king win, I had only king 8. I don't get there.
You just have the nuts every hand, I swear.
Yep.
That's what he wants out of things. Man, run like Mason, play like Worm, dude.
So sounds like they are actually playing 7-deuce game, and that makes sense as we've seen a couple of players get involved with the 7-deuce, and I thought they were just doing it for the memes, but
Whoa!
sounds like it's a $25 bounty too, so pretty healthy.
I mean, it's a great movie, but it's so dumb.
Worm trying to pump up the action here.
Terrible move.
It's a terrible movie. He has it tattooed on his arm.
Come on.
I love how it's that's an awesome tattoo, man. It's a terrible movie and gets it tattooed on his arm.
And our camera is stuck here for just a minute. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes we've got to wait for the graphics to catch up once we catch them in the delay.
When I did, but I did.
So we have got this fixed in real time, but we're waiting for the delay to catch up. Still going to be a couple of minutes here where we're going to be stuck on one camera angle, but the graphics are correct.
Get him, Leo.
So we're just going to keep working through these hands here.
Leo and Brad are two separate people.
And
Ralph,
Mason opening it up. Mason sitting on a $5,000 stack.
I feel like Ralph just goes into like a zen state. Like
And I'm sure he's feeling good. So he gets 3-bet by Leo, and he does defend, and it's actually best case scenario for him as he is pipping Leo. Meaning ace-8 versus ace-9. Ooh. Leo gonna outflop him though, top. And with him only having $400 back, I can only imagine this is going in here. And Mason actually gonna c-bet as he has flopped the nut flush draw. Had a little brain glitch there. I was thinking that it was the backdoor nut flush draw, but no, Mason with the front door nut flush draw. So yeah, this is definitely going in. And little Raj gonna call with the King 10 offsuit. Pretty frisky little float here. Only $1,000 back after this.
I want Leo too.
You know Raj is hating it when Leo goes all in.
Okay.
Each of you tipping $5.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mason makes the nuts on the river. He's gonna put little Raj all in. It's $1,000 more. Little Raj with nothing to show for it, unless our graphics are wrong. I assume he's folding here. And poor Leo flopping top. He's having a rough go of it.
Nah, he's bullshit.
Bunch of tough hands to get his night started.
I can't beat
I
him.
told you that Parkinson sneaks up on me.
Sound good, man.
You're on purpose.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, of course.
I almost had
Can't
it.
beat it.
You have
Damn it!
flush? Oh man.
Can't beat it.
Mason wins another nice one here.
Way to win the bet, man. For us? Yeah.
That's actually going to push him up over the 6,000 chip mark. My goodness. Guys, I'm pretty sure Mason was in for 1K here. And we're only about 30 hands into the stream.
I've got cash if you.
So what do we call that? Sextupling his money
Your stop limit, like how much you have
in about 3 orbits. Pretty impressive.
I have a stop limit. I need to stop.
Warren, how much
I
got?
can't buy it again. Y'all stack
How
too
much?
big now.
I've got 7K.
Give me 3. I'll pay you that much. Yeah, I gotta get my shit there. Ain't no way. Man.
Alright. Sit me out for 1 minute.
Man, what do we flop the shit? Oh, well, you flopped it.
All right, Robbie. Tap him out, Robbie.
Sounds like Leo might be tapping out.
Alex. Alex. Alex, no, where Alex?
I thought we were playing 1-3. I would have brought more money.
We got one seat up.
All in, y'all. Well, my brother. Yeah, it's either my time, but I've been fucking playing that game, Squid Game, a lot for trying.
He's all in. He's all in.
339. Sweat this? Absolutely. I sweat?
Yeah.
I sweat it with you.
339.
I can't. Let me see this. Here you go.
Raise it nice and high.
Don't raise it too nice, Ryan. Don't raise it too nice.
Ralph down to his last $400 here. Looks like little Raj raised it to 100. Ralph all in.
I'm gonna go once or twice.
King Jack suited looks pretty until you see that Mason's got the ace queen suited and the heater continues.
139. Or, I'm sorry, 339.
Yeah, I was about to.
Big pot here. Little Raj just sticks it in with the queen 5. He just wants to get unstuck or rebuy. And I think we heard him in the background there talking about needing 3K in cash from Worm for a Venmo transfer or
I got a pocket
a
pass.
Zelle.
Very aesthetic
Yeah,
stack.
we got over $2,000 in the middle here, guys.
Oh, I could do that.
We're going to a run out.
Live cards.
Good flop for Ralph.
I'm not celebrating anything. Oh. I'm not
Oh, oh, and he's gonna hold Mason.
Wait, what do you got?
Turn the nut flush draw, but it is a brick on the river. Let's listen to the table action.
Oh, shit.
I can't even beat that.
So sick. Let's go. That's crazy.
I can't read that.
I take the side. You take it all.
Everything I said out that damn,
I can play you better right now.
Yeah.
You got cash
You're a
out?
baller, dude.
Zell?
I'm not gonna get Zell. Zell or cash out?
Zell.
I'm sorry.
You can.
It's not my time to go, I guess.
No, absolutely not.
3K.
Oh, you said you don't.
Hold down the 4.
She has Zell. I can do Apple Pay too if you need it.
I've got Apple. Come on. I have Zell and Ben. I have.
Nice little pot from Leo right there. And looks like we're about to take a break for just a second while we get rebuys going. And that might work out nicely for us as we're still waiting for our camera to catch up here. So I think by the time we are back in action here in just a couple of minutes, that our cameras will be back swinging around. So you guys take a quick breather, bathroom break, grab yourself some popcorn. Just gonna be chilling here for a minute.
Come up with a new line, man.
How much you want to straddle for, Rush?
25.
25.
I need new material.
Oh, maybe not.
Tony, you gotta get it.
Cards are in the air. It sounds like Raj is gonna be in for 3K and the straddle is on.
Yeah, I'm the funniest guy in the world, man. 25.
Funniest guy.
Funniest guy who lives under a
Hey,
bridge.
can we tell Nick that we have a seat open? We're waiting for Tony. We're waiting for one more guy, but yeah, we have a seat open on this game. If anyone wants in.
I just give me black. Give me 4 black. and
So Worm's saying they're gonna have one seat. If anybody wants to play out there,
Okay, run.
still got probably another 2.5 hours of action. If you're here in the DFW area, feel free to hit us up in the chat.
I'm just gonna do
Let us
small
know. We'll
trips.
get you in the game.
My hand is weak.
So Raj straddling to 25 and picking up the ace-9 suited. That looks pretty, but you're in pretty bad shape when your opponents have pocket nines and ace-10.
Roger, you buy back in for? He didn't buy that either.
And Ralph is going to be bumping it to 75. Worm 3-betting.
Oh, yeah. So how much is
And
the
now
difference?
Raj thinking about it, but hard to imagine he's not going to call with the suited ace-9 after rebuying and straddling to 25.
Here we go.
Hey, you better be. God damn. He's a hustler stuff. Having a good night, Mason?
Spicy, spicy, guys.
Tired, man. We gotta go.
Three-way 3-bet pot here, and it comes ace-ace on the flop. Worm out kicking Lil Raj.
I don't have Cash App. I have Zelle and Venmo, dude.
Ralph only has 1,000 with 750 in the middle. He might like his pocket nines as well. And Worm gonna choose a nice enticing bet size. Comes with 200 into 750. Ralph, nice fold there. Gets away quickly. Just wondering if he might stick around. It's club on the turn. Pot's 1.2K, and that's going to slow things down. Check, check.
You bet 500. You got pros? That's a call. 8 calls.
Ace 10.
There you go. I'm gonna cash out for you. No, I'm gonna get 1,000 cash and I'm gonna tell her to tell you right.
Yeah, I mean, you can Zelle or Venmo or, does anybody here else at the table have
Cash App?
have Cash App? Does anyone else have Cash App and can Zelle me?
You got cash out, Ethan?
I don't have Cash App. I got banned.
Oh. Patrick?
Checking out our cumulative winnings here, guys. We'll let those guys work out their Cash App problems in the background.
I don't got anything else.
It's okay. We'll settle up in a bit, man. So,
If I can't pay you, I'm gonna just get the cash and pay you 1,000 a month. Yeah. I'm
I
really ready to
think
win.
last time you Cash App David Alexander.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I
then
looked
you
at my
Zelle me.
cards. Is that okay? I would straddle anyways.
Either way, man, if I can't, then I gotta go to another game.
Yeah, it's okay, man. We'll settle up. We'll settle up. It's all good. Let's
Nice pot going Worm's way there. Just in the middle of conversation about collecting cash or divvying it out.
30 rods? Huh?
He manages to scoop a nice $500 bet on the river there. One purple chip slides right in the middle. Low Raj is stacked, $2,000.
2,900.
Made up of only 4 purple chips.
1,000 or I mean 900 black.
This time we had Brad opening it up from early position with the offsuit ace-9.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Got some pretty junky hands in there. Everyone's in the mix.
I can get 1,000
Going
cash
4
and
ways
I
to the
can
flop.
pay you
Okay.
that. Brazil.
Yeah.
Well, Raj gonna flop top pair.
Do 1,000 cash and then maybe
100.
That works. That works.
I can't believe you had an ace on the last fucking hand.
It wasn't good enough to bet the turn, though. It wasn't good enough to bet the turn. I was
I
scared
wish
when
I could have bowled up.
I was scared when you asked me if I had clubs. I was like, oh man, he's got ace queen or ace jack.
I was hoping to bowled up, and you got bigger 10.
Yeah.
check.
Check.
Let's see it.
9.
7, 7, 9, ace 9, ace 9. Jack.
Ready.
So Raj gonna get one back. Brad looking to the sky. Never feels good when the player who's given all the action and might be a little bit heated ends up making top pair against your second pair. Hard to get away. And then you see the bad news.
Nick told me, Nick who's commentating right now told me that he had a player that he could get us if we were ever going to be short-handed, and we're still waiting on Tony, so if there's any way to get word to him.
Yeah, but if Caleb sees the action on this stream, he'll drive really fast from Houston. He'll be here.
Not Caleb, Tony's from. Oh, Caleb's in Montana.
He'll fly from Montana.
9, oh my God.
He'll bring the Concorde out of retirement so that Caleb can fly from Montana.
2 falls.
You know what that is? The Concorde. They used to have this really fast plane that could fly for
Oh, yeah,
London,
No,
London,
I
New
know
York.
The heater continues for Mason. $50 on the button with pocket tens.
6 falls.
It was really inefficient.
Little Raj with a pretty looking pocket deuces. Deuces through 5, some of the prettiest hands you can see in Texas Hold'em. But this time it's going to be B-Rad flopping top 2 pair. I'm sure he feels good about that.
Yeah, it's called the Concorde, but there's a name for the type of aircraft.
It was supersonic.
Is that what it is?
Ooh, and now he's going to face a very interesting spot
Oh, okay.
as Mason bets and Raj raises in front of him. And now B-Rad sitting here, 1.6K in his stack. He is covered by these guys. 600 in the middle already, 260 to call. And Mason with the action open behind him. And he's just gonna rip it here. He's gonna go 1.6 to win about 6. And I'm pretty sure from the way Mason's acting right now that this is going to end up being a fold. He does throw it away. And Raj hates it, but he might feel a little bit enticed thinking that Brad could have a lot of draws here. I mean, if you had the nut flush draw here, it'd be the perfect place to rip it.
I don't know, man. I think I was ready. Alright, so country run out?
Yeah, put it on.
I want to see it run out.
Oh, okay.
You go, you go. Alright, I'm done. I'll pay you off.
You're out?
Yeah, it's like, don't make sense to me.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm going to Squid Game. You want in?
Where?
In Frisco. Scott's game.
Well, I don't care if it's just us. We'll play
You want it or
stick
not?
around.
Nah, I'm cool with one, but I'm losing some money. It don't make sense.
You're leaving Jones in from the end?
No. And plus, I gotta make sure I'm able to pay you back.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
How much you got?
So 5,000, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 2. When we get 1,000, and we'll break even.
Okay, you'll get 1,000 in cash right now and then pay me back?
I'm gonna pay you. No, this is 2,000.
Okay.
So I owe you 1,000. You gave me 3.
Right.
You got one right there, Raj. And then, if I'm able to pull out more, if you get David to come out, I'll get in with cookies. So, look, 15. That's 2. 4 raises. I'll keep 40. All your cash.
Looks like we're going to have some rotating chairs here.
Yeah, because I don't want to lose it. I'm not playing back.
You're gonna go get the cash right now, or where?
Yeah, they can.
Okay, cool. All good.
6 4.
Hey, actually, it's too good.
Skater first. Oh, shit.
I'm just trying to recruit players to break the game. That's good. Just asked him if he wanted to leave and go to a different game.
Stack's sturdy.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Ralph going to make a little stab here. He's got pretty much nothing going. Oh, excuse me, that's B-Rad making the stab. They actually made the mistake Worm made earlier of mixing up their names.
We still got Tony on the way now.
B-Rad coming 75, and now it's Ralph gonna make the raise. Wow, this did get interesting. B-Rad gonna have to let it go. Nice little play from Ralph right there.
You just checked and then you raised. That's a strategy.
Check out our V-Pips, guys. Active game for sure. Lil Raj was given the action there, 66%. Sounds like he's gonna be out.
Man, I can't believe he's going to a different game.
He's martingaling right now. He's stuck. He's got to go play bigger to get it back.
I have heard a lot about that first game, man.
Hey, so do we play till there's only one person without this? How's this gonna work when we're short?
Yeah, until there's one person that doesn't have it, I guess. Or we could shut it down while we're shorthanded, man. It's kind of.
Well, I mean,
I don't see how the game works without it, unless we reduce the amount of.
I at least want to get paid out for this, you know?
Yeah. So who doesn't have one right now?
But I'm in his hand.
Mason, do you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's Patrick. Patrick owes us.
What's the hand
Squid Game
play out?
He's the last one out.
And I have gotten word that we're filling those seats.
Even if you win the hand, you're still the last one without a squid on you. But yeah, let's kill the Squid Game. Let's kill the Squid Game until we get another.
They gotta get one. Well, that's me.
Mason keeps the heater going. You know, he doesn't care that the players are rotating. Probably wouldn't even care if the game broke. So I'm pretty sure he started with 1K, and then now you see he's got several purple chips on his stack, and just 2 of those make up his original starting stack. Everything else, icing on the cake.
All right. So what's going on with these?
And there it is, 6.3.
And then we're gonna take this off. Or do we want to reduce the amount of these?
I'm pretty sure Worm is in for 3K, so even though he might be a little frustrated that they've had a couple of seats open here, I'm sure that that $2.5 thousand of profit has got to provide some relief.
It's not really fair.
Go ahead, one.
Can we put out a PA announcement to see if there's anybody that's open to playing 1-3 uncapped?
Sounds like Worm's going to make an announcement on the floor if anyone wants to play. If any of you guys in the chat want to play, we'd be happy to have you. We're here at PH Social in Dallas off of Regal Row. So if you're in the DFW area, get over here quick. We got a seat for you. This is good action, guys. I cannot believe that we can't find enough players. Now, we did have enough players. We had a couple of early bust outs, which is what happened, but it's kind of crazy to me when I see games like this, and it's like, how are there not people lining up to get in on this action? Some places you go, you've got all the 2-5 games, 5-10 games, and you can't find a game that has a soft seat in it. Every single game just seems like it's full of nitty regulars. And then you see a game like this where the action is absolutely popping. The average VPIP up in the 40s, maybe 50s. So we had an open and a flat here from Ethan in the small blind, and he gets squeezed from PJ. Not surprised to see Patrick making this move here.
Amen.
It's a very Patrick-like move. And then now it's Brad back on the button. He's got the pocket nines, and he's going to come aggressive, showing some moxie here. Showing some poker chops. Very comfortable place to just flat call. But he does recognize the configuration well, knows that Ethan's a loose player, knows that Patrick's an aggressive player. and recognizes the opportunity to come back over the top there and take down that money pre-flop. Picks up a couple $100 uncontested. Little lag going on here. I'm sure that's going to get worked out any second. I hope. See if we got a voice function for that.
Hi there, guys. Sorry for the glitchy lag. We're working on it.
Little update there from Robot Nick.
Pay no attention to the glitchy lag. This is your conscience speaking. Sorry I sound a little scary. Maybe you shouldn't think such bad thoughts all the time and that wouldn't happen.
Whoa, okay. Sorry about that, guys. Your conscience just stepping into the booth for a second. Stop thinking bad thoughts. You're scaring everybody. Let's get some chat going here, guys. What are y'all out there doing tonight? Anyone playing cards? It's Friday night. I'm sure there's a lot of great card rooms going across the country here. Let us know. Where's your favorite place to play? PH Social right here in Dallas, my favorite place to play in the Metroplex. I actually want to go on and check here and see what's going on with our nightly tourney. It is 2K Fridays, where we run a $2,000 guaranteed prize pool, and it's a free roll. Take a peek here and see what's going on. Live clocks. It's like 51 players. 52 players, 57 rebuys. Registration going to close for that thing here in about 10 minutes. If you're right here in the area, you can zip on over and be a part of it. I believe they are on break, and we are getting the black chips colored up in that thing. Little laggy video here. Looks like it's going to be Ralph coming in with the slow motion 3-bet. Oh, excuse me. It was Mason who came in with the slow motion 3-bet, and Ralph coming in with the slow motion cold call. Mason feeling himself a little bit. Going to continue the heater. Ace high board. $160 in the middle. Mason sporting the Wolfgang poker hat. Gotta respect that. Wolfgang actually lives quite close to here and has been a patron of the room many times. I've heard him say himself that it is one of his favorite places to play and has been historically. Which is pretty cool after all of the places that he's been and things he's done, for him to still say PH is one of his favorites. Ringing endorsement. Mason gonna keep it going. He's gonna turn 2 pair, which gives Ralph an open ender. That means we might see some more money go in here. Sorry for the glitchy lag, guys. Let me look around on this software. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing, but frame rate 10. Pretty sure that's a little low. Not sure what it's supposed to be. I think up in the 30-40 range. So I'm going to give it just a few more seconds here, and if it doesn't work itself out, then I'm going to go get JT. Get a little tech support going. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my, guys. Mason bet 75. And Ralph gonna rip it. pretty sure I heard him say all in. Mason snap calls with the 2 pair. And oh boy. Are we going to see Mason add to that stack and possibly put the hurting on another player here? Come on, frame rate. We're pulling for you. It's creeping up to 15, guys. Come on. Okay, I think I fixed it. I forgot they told me, like, hey, if the frame rate dips, you can try hitting Control-Alt-Delete. Boom, got that thing working, and here we go, right on time as Mason. 3 bets all in. Oh my goodness, poor Ralph. Okay, so here's what happened. Mason comes with 75, and Ralph decides he's gonna go for a little bluff raise. And then he gets it ripped in his face. And he's sitting there with an open ender and a lot of money in the middle already and a pretty decent price, but it seems like what maybe he deems to not be quite good enough. And he has to dump it. He could have called for 75 and seen if he hit his straight, and instead cards go into the muck. And the rich get richer. Mason continuing to chip up. Wins another nice one. No showdown needed.
At these stakes, it's better. All right, so we got another player. We're good.
And you hear one. We got another player. We are good.
The guy that he's going to get chipped right now or whatever.
And there's Poison in the 6th seat. 7th seat, I believe that is, actually. I think she's just... Is she playing? Or just goofing around? I'm not sure. She's a regular on our ladies' night stream. And my sweet girlfriend. So, not sure if she went and worked up some cash from somebody to get into this game, or what's going on. This is going to be interesting to watch. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
I love ace-4.
Good luck to her if she gets in there.
So who's coming in?
Looks like Ethan's moving seats. And I believe we got at least 1 new player come in, maybe 2.
No one knows how to play the big black.
Yeah, you got Zell, right?
A lot of Zelling going on tonight. That's how you know this is real money, guys. They are not playing around. This is not a tournament, and those are not fake chips. Those black chips are worth $100. The green ones worth $25. The red's worth $5, and the whites are worth $1. Anytime you see the players stacking them up, it's usually in 20 chip increments.
Honestly, I don't care. You're okay. You're okay. You're gonna be Ebola on this cat.
How do you spell your name?
C-Y-R-I-L.
Sounds like Cyril's coming in. And it looks like our cameras are back in action, so we should have
Okay, I request
everything running smoothly again here.
I'm sorry.
Appreciate you guys for hanging with us. Would love to see the chat starting to light up here. Where are my heroes? No Napalm tonight. Where are you, buddy? Looks like a bomb pot. And I'm looking around for 5X hands. Looks like Worm got away. Oh no, his icon just moved to the other side of the screen here. Worm's got trips and 2 pair.
Thanks, Worm.
Mason with a full house on the top. And a couple of mystery hands in there. So Worm gonna get himself in a little bit of, oh, excuse me, he's got boat. Gonna be chopping it up unless they can get Brad's money in there.
Boat.
I have 8.
Boat. Mason with the bigger boat though, yeah. And Worm says, oh man, always a little disappointing when you end up smashing both boards but only get half.
I got it. Thank you, man. I need some money in my checking account too, dude. I was down to like 1,200 bucks.
Sounds like Zells and Venmos are completed.
These are rookie numbers. I don't invest $1,000 a week in the stock market like you, man.
You don't have it on double
Not that
font.
financially responsible.
He buys chains.
I buy chains and plastic. I'm heavily invested in plastic right now.
You know why those chains are usually bought, right?
Why?
When you go to prison or jail,
Yeah.
Funds in the night.
they take it with you. So they can't confiscate it like they could with cash.
3 4.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, you can pawn it off and get bail.
8 4.
Yeah. Right?
6 4.
It's economical. So, you know, when you drink and drive tonight, pick up
9
Oh shit, you're right. Wait, could they just take all the cash I have?
4 call.
I
I mean,
civil asset
they
forfeiture.
need a. I mean, I have a legitimate reason to have it, right?
They need a reason to make their cash.
PJ checking out the most beautiful sight in poker.
In a fucked up set.
Bottom set, but no action. Sad. He says, what the heck? This has been the craziest game so far. And I finally make a set and essentially win the blinds. And there's those updated chip counts. Look at Mason, guys. This kid is one big pot away from having a 10K stack and essentially a 10K night as he is in for only $1,000. It's been like kind of quiet too. I mean, he's won a few big pots, don't get me wrong, but seems like he's almost flown under the radar considering that he is by far the biggest winner.
And in the back of their car is a donation box, a giant picture of his face with in memoriam.
And he took the cash.
Well, what they do is they sit him out in the curb and say, hey, there can be a lot of problems if you don't sign this piece of paper giving your cash away.
God, those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
There's some sick people out there, man.
Yeah.
That is crazy, though. I never knew that the chain thing was why you don't.
Yeah.
Interesting.
If that's not true, I feel very silly, but that is what I
No, I believe it. I mean, it seems practical to.
Oh, yeah, sorry. 8 4.
Worm stack looking pretty nice there. Very colorful. And he's kind of iconic for doing that like half shuffled chip formation.
Oh, Mason's so big.
6 4. That's what you're now.
Watch it there, buddy.
Is this short-handed? You want to play one-handed poker?
Looks like we're getting caught up maybe from where we were having frame rate issues earlier. Frame rate is solid right now, so I think that maybe we're just in catch-up mode here. So gonna watch a few seconds and fast forward. Check out our VPIPs in the process. Everyone up over 25%. Pretty healthy VPIP game. Everybody under 50%. So Cyril opening it up here. He just sat down, joined the game. That's him in the turquoise.
I mean, we can make a game if you want. Make it a little. Yeah, I think the fine is right.
What do you guys think about watching a live stream all in fast forward? That'd be pretty interesting, huh? I wonder if I can talk fast enough to make it seem like I'm caught up with the video. Wow, straight on the board. Set for Ethan, but it doesn't matter. And another fast forward hand there. Let's see how long we keep this going. Let's see, I probably need to pitch up for this, huh?
Okay, guys, and now here we go. We're off to our next hand, and the cards are in the air, and it's Cyril, and then it's Ralph, and then it's Brad, and then it's Worm, and Worm's got 7 deuce, and we're playing the 7 deuce game, and it's $25 bonus. So let's see if Worm tries to get involved, and he does. He races 3 bets.
And Worm 3 bets to 100. With the 7 deuce. When the action's like a little bit slow from it being short-handed, it's always a little more frustrating when someone just takes down the blinds. Or in this case, there's an open raise, and let's see if Brad, yeah, he just lets it go, and then Worm's gonna show the 7 deuce, and everyone's got to fork up $25. Oh, and I know Ralph hates to see that.
What do you fold?
Oh, that's so painful when you're Ralph. It just hasn't been going good. You're sticking it out. You're waiting for your moment. And then you're just sitting over there minding your own business, barely paying attention. Worm comes in for a 3-bet, and next thing you know, you're losing $25 in the hand. Anyone ever been there before?
Oh yeah, every day, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can.
Don't 4-bet 7 deuce to fold. That'd be stupid. Can I get a color up over here?
4, make it 10.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Is that raise or strong?
6 call. Raise. Yeah, we'll get you a call from Brandon coming back over. 8 call, 9 fold.
Color up and some Jameson over here.
Thought we might get a limp pot here, but Mason not gonna let it happen. Playing table bully off of that huge stack, gonna raise the button to 40 with the Jack-10 offsuit.
Do I cover you or do you cover me, man?
I got like 6K.
Okay. So I can double up in this.
Oh, Ralphie, he needed one. Makes trib 9s. Worm gonna give him a little action. Ooh, and then Worm gets counterfeited. Could he possibly like make a... Good check from Ralph right there.
I got counterfeit.
Giving Worm a chance to bluff at it. That was the only way he was gonna get any money, I think. Maybe he could have gone for some kind of like super micro bet to try and entice Worm into raising, making it look like it's a blocker bet, but obviously you can't see Worm's hand. He decides to check. I love that play. 50 on the turn, kind of looks like you're betting for protection to realize, and then check on the river. I think accurately depicts that you do not have a 9. Gave Worm a chance, but Worm wisely checks it back. Deuce high, no good.
Good luck, Olin. Actually, never mind.
Actually, never mind. You just like 3 fold.
So Worm just straddles to 20, and Ethan decides to just rip it with the pocket 5s. $500. Oh, goodness. Okay, so it's 20, 40, 80. Goodness, guys. Okay, big pot here. I think that must have been 1, 3, 10, 20, 40, 80. And Ethan just rips it with the pocket 5s. $150 in the middle. But PJ gonna give him some action. There's a 10 on the flop. Bad news for Ethan. They're ripping it. And ace-10 gonna take down a 1.3K pot. Gets out of hand quickly whenever there's the $80 straddle on in a 1-3 game. Our stacks are relatively deep here.
Probably not today. Definitely get like an extra 600.
There's those winnings. Mason up almost $6,000. And if we see the perfect setup, we can see a $10,000 pot tonight.
I'm starting to see spiders.
Because you stopped drinking alcohol. That withdrawal.
Another drink.
Yeah, I'll do one more.
Can we get service over here?
Do you? Okay, well. That's like the most
Waitress, service. I swear to God, marketers do nothing.
Dude, this is such this service in this room is so bad.
Still better than Palace.
It is better than Palace. At least they don't steal from me.
Palace steals?
Yes. They overcharge you and they take people pay for things and then they'll assume it's a tip and then they come back and they charge you. It happens. No, I've seen it happen again too.
Really?
It's like and they charge this one girl tried to charge me $5 for a cup of coffee.
Who do they think they're
She just said it's $5 and I'm like, dude, it says on your menu.
Who do they think they're for?
Guys that have $1,000 in front of them and don't care if they're paying $5.
Cyril new to the game, waking up with the aces.
I'm like, dude, it says on your menu that the coffee is free for card price.
Check on the flop, protecting against that queen and under repping his hand a little bit. I think he just bet $5 on the turn. Maybe trying to entice some action from Ethan, and Ethan wisely just folds the 9 high. Pretty savvy play from Cyril right there.
Protestant whiskey, man. It's, never tried it?
That's my favorite chips. I've never seen a cooler $1 chip.
Oh, the chips here.
Oh, yeah, they are nice.
I like these purple chips.
Chips here are sexy.
Yeah, this is the style I
The
want.
purple ones remind me of like the 80s.
I actually don't like the forks. It fits the room. Like it's what you guys should
like
have.
that they're sticker card that's on you.
Yeah.
But they're better than like a Palace, man. At least you can stack them.
Houses aren't good. That's tragic.
Palaces are so slick, man. Your chip stack falls over all the time. Your stack's on skates, even if you're a knit.
All right, black's good. Chips of color.
It's not February anymore. You can say it.
All right, big pot developing here.
He's from Indiana. He said it.
Ralph's just gonna rip it for about 500 into 150. Everybody folds, and he's gonna take it down. Easy 150.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Yes, he just quoted Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
He's too old to know Taylor.
Best songwriter of all time, man. She's the only reason I watch the NFL.
She got him through a lot of tough times.
Yeah.
Hey, when you think Tim McGraw,
I mean, yeah, she came up from nothing, right?
Her lyrics helped him through middle school and the first 3 years of college.
It's true.
And all the boys along the way.
No shadow. I might take my.
You gotta remind me.
Man, I hope that this table audio gets picked up.
Oh, it's getting picked up, Worm. Don't worry. Shout out to T Swift. Worm says the only reason that he watches the NFL. And thank you to T Swizzle, as Ethan says, for getting him through middle school.
Squid Game's still on, right?
Yeah. That's 5 high.
You're my bitch. I saw Nick Airball saying that on a live stream once, and I thought it was like a gay best friend type of thing. Like, you're my bitch. You're my bitch. He said it in like the most.
I'm just thinking of him.
Dang, Nanya coming in with the shots fired. Here we go. Let's get the chat livened up. We still got a couple of hours left, guys. Want to see y'all get active. Give me something to talk about here. One of my favorite things about doing commentary is bantering with the chat box. Where you at, chat?
That Kristen Foxen would make more than him on the stream, and she did.
Where you at, chat?
Tournament players are weaker than cash. That's not the case.
Did they run hard or play well?
Kristen Foxen played like a savage.
Oh yeah.
She made
I didn't watch that stream.
Kristen Foxen made one play that was so gang. She 6-bet jammed, ace deuce suited, and was right.
Holy shit.
Airball was getting out of line, 5 better with king 5 off, and she 6-bet jammed.
Well, against airball, you can 5-bet a lot of shit.
Tap him out.
Yeah, that's
He
crazy.
5-bet her, and she 6-bet ripped 100K in his
All
fucking jaw.
pre-flop. All pre-flop.
Hey, if you were Nick Haribo, I'd do that. I could do it. I mean, she's a girl. How good can she really be?
Oh, Worm. Okay, I'll turn that one down. Everything's been so good tonight. Then he just has to push it.
The ladies tournament fields.
Okay, okay. Shout out to Ladies Night.
Oh no, yeah, she's
Worm quite the troll. Tony coming with the dub. Appreciate that. Hit the like button for us, man.
Kenzie got the man. Yeah.
Let's get that viewer count pumped up. Pass it around to your friends. We got a great live stream here, not only tonight, but 3 nights a week. We're going to be going on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays weekly.
Love the game, son.
This week we got Worm on Friday, but next week we're going to have a similar lineup, similar stakes. But it's going to be Big Fish running that one. And then we've always got David's 5-5 no cap on Mondays. And we've got Marty's Ladies Night on Thursdays, which I also do the commentary for. Josh and Dave do the commentary on Mondays. That Thursday night game gets out of hand. $100 in the middle when Brad flops top 2 pair. Unfortunately for him, not too much going for anyone else. PJ gonna lay down the backdoor draws. And small one going B-Rad's way. It is Mason in the 1 seat, guys, wearing the Wolfgang hat, sitting on the 6.5K stack, in for 1,000. Has not had it locked up, though. I've seen him make a few moves. Dub for the commentary. Come on, Freddie, you're too nice. Shout out to Freddie, who's going to be hosting our 5K weekly tournament here in a couple of weeks. Normally Nicole's namesake, but he's going to be hosting that thing on, let me double check the date right here. I don't want to tell you guys wrong. March 16th.
I see her sadly shaking her head.
That is a Monday. $5,000 guaranteed, and I'm pretty sure I saw that there's a $200 bounty on Freddie. You can let me know if that's correct, Fredo. Cheers to Worm. Happy birthday. Cup looking pretty full there, and I'm pretty sure that's straight whiskey. That does not look like a mixed drink. If Worm drinks all of that, he's not going to be lying about what he said earlier about driving home. He was throwing out some pretty interesting advice, suggesting that he always has to take a couple of shots before he drives home drunk, just to take the nerves off because he's so scared of getting pulled over. You can tell from that logic why Worm is such a great poker player. And Ralph now being asked to call all in. PJ putting the hammer on him. This pot got big fast. It was 140 on the turn from PJ. Ralph comes along, and now Patrick gonna rip it in his face, $500. Ralph had a rough go of it tonight, and he's gonna be really disappointed if he ends up folding this and sees that he had the best hand.
We'll play it by ear, but
does look like he's thinking about folding, though. Nope, there it goes.
Race is good.
Money goes in. You hear those 3 beautiful words. Ace is good.
He doesn't win that hand if he has on.
I could just call because I'm scared.
And thank goodness for Ralph. I've been pulling for him here the last hour or so, hoping he'd win a big one. Finally got a little momentum. Congratulations to him. And you never know how that can affect the rest of the night. Anyone else out there ever been in a game where it feels so hopeless? Like the longer you sit there, you're just going to keep losing more and more money. And then all of a sudden, you get that one ray of hope. You win that one pot. And even though you may be stuck a lot, all of a sudden your momentum and your energy changes. And you start feeling like a winner again.
9 straddle for 40.
And sometimes that's all you need.
I ain't doing it again.
Then the heater
You're the
starts.
big winner, man. You're the big winner.
A couple hours later, you are unstuck.
One fold, 2 fold, 3 fold.
Hit the like button if you've ever been there. Because I know you like that feeling.
Get alternate last action, right?
Who doesn't?
No?
4 raise, 225. Six fold, 8 fold, 9 fold.
Oh, Frau.
Multiple straddles on again here. We've been getting the 1, 3, 10, 20, 40, 80. Going a couple of times here in the last orbit or so.
Wormy straddling?
Yeah.
I'm getting a pretty nice little stack of black chips going here.
1 fold.
I believe the 20 is on again. Ethan gonna try and sneak in, but Cyril's not gonna let that happen.
3 raise, 110. Can 3 rescan your cards? 4 fold, 6 fold, 8 fold.
Patrick gonna defend the straddle a little bit light here. And that's gonna bring Ethan along. We're going 3 ways to the flop. Cyril c-bets. Ethan comes along with top pair. Diamond on the turn, interesting. Gives Cyril a little more incentive to keep betting, but he decides to check. River's an overcard. It looks like Ethan's gonna lead as a little bit of a blocker bet. Half pot. And Cyril lets it go. Looked like he did think about calling with ace high there. Maybe wondering how many queens could Ethan really have?
I think that's the first pot I win, brother. No, beside a pocket 7, this is the first pot I win. I'm 4K this in the game, I mean.
Dude, what sucks is it was wild, but there was also disgusting cool. Yeah. And that just ruined it outright.
1 fold. 2 call. Brad, can you scan your card?
Ooh, Ethan's setting a little trap here.
I heard B-Rad.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for him, actually, because Cyril had the perfect hand that you would have normally expected to isolate you when you're trapping, but he chooses to overlimp.
I usually,
Nice intuition there.
I always wondered why they,
And it's going to be PJ that decides to bump it up from the straddle, $75. Oh boy. Middle set for Ethan.
I always wondered why they didn't.
230 in the middle. Cyril with a gutter. Patrick also with a gutter, but it's to the underside, and if he hits it, it's going to be a one-liner to a jack.
Yeah, 9 bet 75 and the 2 would run called. And on the river 9 step, Ethan bet like 180, 10 and 1 fold.
Mason, where did you go out before you did your fourth?
guess Ethan just let out there and took it down. Graphics lagged a little bit on us.
I mean, it's like a 1-2 though.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I just every time.
and it runs for 3 hours. And I was in there for literally just 3 hours straight.
No, I don't have a
no
buzzer
other
or
dealer.
anything.
Me.
I need service again.
So.
Bad tips.
I gotta get
What?
something.
Bad tips.
I mean, like they weren't bad.
Oh, you have
know,
regular?
like
Just regular.
I'm gonna send it a text.
I mean, I could
You
make
want a
like
straddle?
yes, I do.
You want to go?
I can make like 300.
Oh.
4 hours, so it's not
Oh.
bad.
Yeah,
It's just a
Roger,
pain in the butt.
Alright, the hand's sticking out.
3 call, 4 fold.
Well, you
6
took
call,
the part of it, bro.
8 fold.
Boo, Patrick.
6 call.
Boo.
9 raise,
Patrick.
60. 1 fold. 3 call. 6 fold.
Today, before I left for this game, I was practicing for this gig tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Just learning all the music. Because a lot of the songs I've not played.
You just grind it out.
9 bet, 40.
Such a grind. You can't focus on being too particular about like doing exactly like what the recorded
Yeah.
songs are like.
Yeah.
It's more, I spent like 5 hours on Friday
Great call.
charting all the songs because there were about 50 songs.
Oh.
Just to
Top
chart
2
them
pair
out
for Cyril here.
and see like, okay, verse goes this, chorus goes this.
Yeah.
So
And a king on the turn for PJ. Might keep him in there. PJ and C-bet. Cyril just flat called.
go back to root notes or you
Guessing. Okay, PJ gonna come with 200. Kind of turning a king into a bluff a little bit.
Oh, really? It's just a lot of like end results.
I don't know what that means, but
Oh, yeah.
the cool thing is I typically get to follow,
Yeah.
you know, instead of laying down the lines, you know.
That's nice. So even if you get lost in the song, you
Just don't play.
Oh,
You know? And if you have a signature part like that, I just have to learn those.
9 fold.
those are not. That's crazy. So you just grind out 50 songs. That respect. That is so out of easy life for a long time.
Anybody need service? The ladies here.
Could I get a water, please?
Can I get another coffee? Yeah,
There's some really good.
one cream, 2 sugar. Yeah. I'll do a lot of Jameson here.
You can watch the stream.
And then 1 coffee.
I think I have a question.
Thank you.
You check that, and then you step back. You check that.
Oh, yeah.
There's some really
You
cool
step
songs
the flow, so far.
Wait, no, I
I don't. That's a famous song.
Then I'm ahead. I have enough.
Yeah,
I have enough.
I do not know what's
The production
Yeah,
on that
200,
song is
800.
like incredible.
Yeah.
So I just got the numbers in for our $2,000 prize pool tonight. 2,000 guaranteed rather, and we actually cracked a $2,000 prize pool. 54 players, 59 rebuys, so over 100 entries in that thing. Nice turnout. Thank you to everyone that came out, and we did break our $2,000 prize pool up to 2,100 and change. Got exciting tournaments every night of the week for you guys. Coming up here this weekend, we're going to be running 1K free rolls as we do daily, every day at noon. So that's the same for this Saturday and Sunday, and then in the evening at 7 p.m. we're going to be running a 1.2K guaranteed. That's on Saturday and Sunday as well. All those free rolls have the same structure. It's 3,000 chips to play entirely for free, as long as you are a member of PH Social. And we'll get into membership prices here in just a second. But if you're a member, it's absolutely free to play for 3,000 chips. If you want to boost that up considerably, you can pay the $15 dealer toke. And that actually takes you to a $15,000 starting stack. And looks like we are back into glitch mode a little bit here. Hopefully that, oh, there's the frame rate dropping. Let me hit that Control-Alt-Delete function again. And cha-ching. Looks like it's climbing, and we are back in business. Here we go. Might have another little glitchy that helps us catch up, but obviously this time it was a lot shorter, so hopefully that'll only take a couple of seconds. And for now, we are back into smooth sailing.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
So back to the free roll, 3,000 chips for free. Extra 12,000 chips if you pay the $15 dealer toke. And then if you are a VIP member, you actually can get an extra 5,000 chips just for signing up on time for the tournament. And those memberships are typically $10 for a daily or $30 for a monthly or $300 for a yearly. But with those monthlies, if you want to pay a $40 additional charge, so that takes you to $70 for the month, you actually get a whole bunch of perks with that, including the extra 5,000 chips whenever you register to play the tournament, but that's one of the smaller perks. The larger ones are things like paying only $10 for time in the cash games as opposed to $12. And maybe the biggest one is that you get free entry into an $80 buy-in tournament with a $3,000 guaranteed prize pool. And that happens every month. So just think about it like this. You pay 70 bucks. You would have paid 30 anyway for a monthly membership. So now for an extra $40, you get into an $80 tournament. So it's already paid for itself multiple times over. And then on top of that, with the $10 per hour cash games, you actually are going to save $2 per hour. So let's just assume you play one session per week. Well, then you're looking at saving, let's say, about $20 a week there just from those cash game fees. And then we extrapolate that out. You're going to end up having the card pay for itself multiple times over again. And then on top of that, we got a few extra perks that come into play whenever we're talking about our daily promotions, where, for example, that VIP membership can earn you an extra 20 seconds in our high hand rack attack and could help you to pay for itself again right there. Wow, so PJ gonna come with 900 or 700 on the turn with a pair of nines. Worm and PJ getting into a big one here, $2,000 in the middle. Worm with a pair of tens, and PJ gonna come all in. Worm in a spot right here. Worm looking at 1.1K to win 3,000. He's got pocket tens. PJ repping the flush hard, turning his pair of nines into a bluff. He does hold the 9 of spades blocker here. Also blocking some 2-pair type hands. Worm sitting here. He's got the 10 of spades blocker. The straight blockers. And probably thinking, would Patrick actually do this for value if he doesn't have a flush? Maybe like with a set or something, but would he do this with just a pair of jacks? Let's go to the table audio. Worm counting out those chips, but also gripping those cards. Pulled some chips out. I thought he was about to flick them in the middle, but he's just tipping the waitress. And he calls.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You have the 10 of spades, you have to call. You have the 10 of spades, you have to call.
Oh yeah. I block like every flush. I have the 10 of spades.
Happy birthday, Worm.
Hey Patrick, I'm gonna like, hey, stand it.
Forming a crowd.
sick call worm.
He lost 10K.
Just say sick fold.
He lost 5K on Monday.
Dude, that was the sickest call I've made in my life.
That's insane, dude.
He lost a lot on
Dude.
Monday too.
Good call, one. That was good.
He got
Really good
Marshall
call.
showed up.
Yeah, it's really
SCMSDV, baby.
And you literally, oh, good call.
Dude.
You literally said like face up what you.
Don't do it to me, Swarm. I'm half nut flush. Don't do it to me.
Dude, I said what I had. Oh, did I take it back? My bad.
One call.
I'm sorry, did I tip you? I didn't tip you. There you go. Thank you, Worm.
Wow, guys, what a call from Worm right there. Pocket tens. Sends Patrick right out the door, gives him a hug on the way out. The ultimate needle. How do you say no to the hug and the thank you for coming out right after you stack the guy? Oh my gosh. Gotta hit him with a little bit of nice job, Worm. Absolutely crushing Patrick's soul, stacking him, hugging him on the way out. Giving him a little bit of needle, as Patrick says. Got a call with the 10 of spades. Little strategy banter. Got to love that as well. Oh my goodness, guys. What a pot. Worm's still stacking up those chips over there. Worm says, biggest call of his life. Patrick coming 700 on the turn and then all in 1100 on the river. It looked like the turn bet might have been like twice the pot.
I'm supposed to make it a little smaller.
Pretty sick right there. Worm does have the blocker, but not as easy of a call as Patrick might have been making it sound.
I just wish the game wasn't short-handed.
Hey, you sit over there and do your thing.
I mean, you and I were talking what happened is it was great action, but the sickest coolers right off the rip. And that combo.
That's what you two were saying?
Yeah. Not during the hand.
What were you guys saying during the hand?
We were planning to sing you happy birthday when you won that huge pot, but then in the moment, it just felt wrong to me. I don't know.
Dang, sing happy birthday when Worm scooping in Patrick's stack. That would be pretty epic.
Well, you got chip now, Worm.
That would have been perfect.
Right?
I mean, I got up and bowed.
You did.
Dude, Patrick does the same thing to me, though, every time.
Every time.
Kind of thought he was full of shit, but I mean, I didn't know what you had. I thought you were taking with a 9 or something.
With what?
I thought you were taking with like a 9, like ace 9 or
So what was the
something like ace 9, 10s, like.
Why is the 9 relevant?
Oh yeah, I was thinking you had like some like
Because you were
second
Marshall,
pair.
you know?
I thought you had like second pair, and that's what you had.
I mean, I
I
might
didn't
as
think
well.
that was strong at all.
I mean, our graphics look like they're stuck here, but I'm seeing it in the live, and I don't think it is. I'm not sure why it's looking like that.
So that's why I thought you were probably thinking of something more.
I checked.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ask about the graphics being stuck here.
God damn, Worm.
I will be right back. I'll just tune you into the table audio for a minute while I step out.
I earned it. I earned it, dude. That was fucking.
You definitely earned that one.
Golly. Oh my god.
Dude, what a sick call. What a call. And he says you have the 10 of spades, you have to call.
Was there a flush draw?
No.
Flush draw?
Yeah, the flush draw got there. Yeah, that's why it was such a sick call. It's like if I just have the 10 of spades, how many flushes does the 10 of spades block?
I don't think it makes that much of a difference.
It doesn't. It's like
I think if you made that call with the 10 of spades, I think you could have made that call with that.
Because like the 10 of spades block. There's 3 combos. There's just spades. No, that's all. That was what he said here. He continues full of shit. Yeah.
When he was grabbing his chips, you want to see what he's doing, like, you know, when he was like counting.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't what it was about, man. I knew I was calling when I grabbed my chips. I was just. You just gotta watch him.
not a kind of library when you bet 3 betting with 7 dudes.
I'm selling a course. I'm selling a course, by the way, Ethan.
You selling a course? How much?
10 chains.
Yeah, it's called.
How much?
No, it's got well, dude. So, you know how many chains I wear in all my advertisements for my course? I wear 10 chains.
I didn't
No
even know you
one's
had a
gonna think I'm full of shit, dude.
I didn't even know you had a course.
325. I had a chain.
I didn't know you had a course.
You flopped it on me,
Of
Rob?
course I have a course, man. I'm the best poker player there is.
I know I needed to buy the course.
I know.
Where can I buy this?
You just give me $1,000.
$1,000.
An hour. I mean, it's gotta be worth my time. You know what my hourly is at the fort?
Yeah. Like negative 86 bucks an hour.
Yep.
What it is?
2 full. 2 full.
Worm getting the mouth going a little bit.
Can't wait to watch that one back.
He's known for that, but
I got up and
I mean, when you're on a heater and it's your birthday and the whiskey is flowing, I mean, we're talking like best night of your life status here.
that was kind of rude.
Let's see how this thing plays out for the rest of the stream, but Worm's sitting on a big, juicy stack right now, and I know Patrick's gotten one over on him a few times,
Yeah, I can't believe I ran into
so
it.
I'm
Yeah,
sure it feels good.
I run so bad.
If you jam on the river, I might call you. You can.
Yeah, you jammed
Was
it
it like a jamming
Yeah,
game?
yeah,
It
yeah.
was, I had to value at the river.
Yeah, I mean,
It was,
yeah, that's all I told him.
Jack, 7
You
high,
jam
9 on
something
the turn, right?
It was Jack 9. Jack 9.
Jack
low,
9 low.
6, Jack 9 4, Jack 9 3.
Jack 9, yeah, and then the river 7 of spades, right?
Yes, 2 spades on the flop. Turn comes a blank. There's another low card.
And he overbet turn too. He bet 700 into 4.
Big bet.
He bet 700 into 4.
Well, yeah, he was trying to size up for a pot size jam. I mean, it's.
And we'll let the guys continue going through those hands in the background there and getting everything caught up here on the stream. In terms of the graphics and the cameras, we have come in to fix it. Got to wait for those delays to catch up. Stuff we're working on all the time over here. Trying to get this thing running smoother and smoother. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us tonight. Been slow in the chat box. Where's my chat at? I mean, normally that's what keeps me motivated in here. Tonight I've had to be motivated by the awesome poker that's being played on the stream, both in terms of the play and the action. You know, sometimes you get a stream or a poker game where the action's really good and entertaining. Sometimes you get one where the strategy is really good and entertaining. And that might mean that the action, the pots aren't as big, but you're getting to watch good tactical poker from good players. And then sometimes you get some of both. And tonight has been one of those nights where our lineup has been pretty active. A lot of 3-betting and 4-betting. Some players that I know to be very good, experienced, tough players. But they are giving a lot of action, so you kind of get that best of both worlds. Getting to analyze the tactics and also getting to see the big pots. And I'm wondering how big Mason normally plays. Could be the difference between him feeling extremely comfortable right now being deep with Worm or him thinking about whether he should be locking this thing up. Because Worm is on a heater and we know he's feeling confident. He's got that liquid courage in him and it's his birthday. This is his namesake stream and he's kind of running it over. Patrick just tried to bluff off his entire stack into him. Very tricky little play from Patrick to turn the 9 of spades and third pair into a bluff. Kind of hard to find those, but he does there. Just doesn't work out. Nice read from Worm. And looks like we're going to have another big pot here. It's Mason raising it up over multiple straddles. We have the 10, 20, 40 on here, so I believe we're playing 6-handed, and then that means that the blinds are 1, 3, 10, 20, 40, so almost everyone in the blind. And B-Rab with a really nice fold there, just gets away from the 8s with the open and 3-bet in front of him. He did have position on both players and sees what would have been a really nice flop for 8s. Instead, it's Mason and Cyril heads up here. $700 in the middle already. Mason gonna check after defending pre-flop. And Cyril gonna come with 235 into about 700. Mason lets it go. I'd say that's the pretty standard play there. Obviously, Cyril could be getting completely out of line every once in a while, but at that point, once you've gotten 3-bet and see a C-bet on a board like this, you got to think that, like, kind of best case scenario is that you're up against ace-king, in which case you're actually dominated. Cyril definitely a capable and active player, but also I think a pretty, let's call it solid player. I would not expect him to just be getting completely out of line with a large 3-bet there. Picks up another pretty looking hand here. And he's actually going to limp in with the $20 straddle on. Ralph going to try and sneak in as well, but Brad's not having it. Comes with a nice large sizing. I like that a lot. Puts Cyril in a very awkward situation and make sure that Ralph does not get to see a cheap flop with the 4-3 offsuit. And Cyril hates that, having to let that one go, but hard to blame him. Because of B-Rad's sizing, makes it a little tough to continue. They are pretty deep, but you're also going to be facing an uphill battle on all fronts. You know you don't have the best hand, you don't have position, and you're not going to have the aggression. Plus you've already limped in, so now you're going to be playing off of a limp calling line.
That's what my twin brother says whenever for being way smarter than me. He just doesn't understand gambling at all, dude. He's like, every time we play poker, he's like, oh man, you raise pre-flop, you keep raising. It's not even fun anymore, dude. It's not fun when you don't put any money in the pot, dude.
Ooh.
Do you still want to see?
A little spicy here. Ralph flopping top set. B-Rad with 2 overs and a double gutter. Backdoor flush draw to boot. So it's a small limped pot here. Looked like it went 10 and 10, and now it goes check raise on the flop. So only 20 in there pre-flop, and now all of a sudden things ballooning a little bit. And I'm pretty sure B-Rad's going to be continuing here. Got to make sure he's got a double gutter. 4 or an 8 will give him a straight. He does confirm and continue.
I'm up like 6. Happy birthday. Another day in the office.
Paired board.
If I leave here up 10, that'll be a win.
Ralph now gets the check mark with the top full.
I'll take it.
He's gonna bet 75 here. Great sizing to keep B-Rad in there with a hand like this. I mean, B-Rad's drawing dead, so any dollar that he puts in, it's just free money for you.
Yeah, we should have had a full game.
So you could go bigger, charge. Charge what? I mean, a flush draw, probably gonna call for more than this, even though that's also drawing dead. But like a naked 4, naked pair of 6s, naked 5, pocket 7s, pocket 8s. I mean, 75, you know, maybe you could sneak up to 100, 125, but I like Ralph's idea to go small and just keep Brad in there with his entire range, or at least as much of it as possible. And in fact, what he's done is entice Brad to raise. And Ralph licking his chops, and now, look at that, 8 comes on the river. And Brad in an awkward situation now. He made his straight. Does he want a value bet? Kind of interesting for Ralph. He might have actually preferred that Brad didn't make his hand in this way, because now instead of turning it into a bluff, Brad might just show it down and think that he's good.
Okay, I was kind of a dick in the moment.
He's gonna double check.
Yeah,
He checks. Oh goodness. Oh man, and Brad, he's gonna shake his head a little bit, but he's gonna be feeling pretty good after thinking back through that one that he didn't lose more money. Because he could have value bet his 8 on the river there, or it could have been a brick and he could have gone for another bluff.
That's what GTO does to kids' brains, dude. It's like, oh man, that's like Rampage talk. That's like, oh man, that's Wolfgang. That's what Wolfgang guys said. Man, but I do have the 10 spades. You know?
I mean, the call was really good, but like, I was like, damn, you're making a bow in front of it. Like,
dude, okay.
I don't know if that dude got irritated or not.
Oh no, I wanted to hear all this. Come on, frame rate, don't do this. Let me try this little trickaroo again.
Okay. Then it's different.
Okay, I think we're fixed.
If it was you, I mean, or someone I don't know well, I wouldn't do it.
I guess y'all are cool like that.
Worm getting needled a little bit from Cyril about bowing after winning that huge pot off of Patrick.
That was pretty funny though.
Stacked it for so stacked and then you're bowing in front of
Okay, the bow was funny though.
Yeah.
That was. I'm just glad I got that on live stream.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Worm. He's going to be so disappointed to find out that we were having video issues during that hand, and he's actually kind of cropped off of the screen when he does the bow. Poor kid. At least he's got a nice new $2,000 to help console him.
You got your net worth in front of you. What? Is that your net worth in front of you?
6K? 1 second.
Worm and B-Rad playing another one here. Worm betting $300 on the river. Thin value bet, big bet. Trying to get B-Rad to call with ace high. Or maybe like a smaller pocket pair. Pretty tricky little play. And B-Rad is thinking about it with king high.
Said I gotta leave at 10. I'll play a couple more hands.
You gotta leave at 10 too, right?
Like 10:30-ish. I gotta. I mean, if we're gonna cut it a little earlier, I don't mind.
Worm, how do you simultaneously a good player and give off doggy energy? It's just fucking donkey.
Okay.
How much exactly is that? Is that like 300?
Ask him.
Oh, there's our catch up.
Like, yeah, I'll do one more orbit. Okay, I don't want to call it early, but if you guys all don't want to play 5-handed.
I don't really want to play 5-handed.
Yeah, and Mason has to leave anyway. Okay, we'll play again until Rap's button.
Okay.
That's good, and then we'll call it.
For the last game, you guys want to do table flip?
Table flip?
Oh, Ethan trying to get the flips going.
100 each?
Ethan is an absolute flip fiend. Oh, there he is right here, head popping in the booth.
Who invites her, bro?
Almost the same hand, but
No, I'll give you some hands.
race is much
Very
better.
different.
need help.
Very
It's
different.
a much better call. I call you today.
I had talking seconds.
Come on in, brother.
Sexy bet.
There's just too many hands.
All right, guys, we actually got Ethan in the booth here.
Worst dealer at PH ever, Robbie, bro. Swear to God, bro.
Robbie, worst dealer at PH. Why is
Worst dealer
that?
ever. Did me medical today, bro. Swear to God, bro.
Oh no. Poker hospital?
Yep. Need medics.
Oh
Call
no.
medics for Ethan, please.
Oh, I was hoping we had some kind of sound effect for that, but I got this.
Yeah, medics for them.
There we go. Ethan in the poker hospital. I think that might mean here in the next few minutes that we're going to see a dirty hand go down.
There's no spoil.
No spoilers.
No spoil, no
No
spoil.
spoilers. Nice, I love
Robbie's the
it.
worst dealer at PH.
Okay, well, semi-spoiler, but...
Can't handle honest.
Comes right in with the sound effects. I like it. I like it. Check our chip counts here, guys. Worm and Mason deep enough to play a really big one. Kind of dwarfing the rest of the table.
It was a believable bet. I mean,
What was the energy out there like tonight?
It's well, there's a lot of action. I like this game. No, I can't say that. It's a good game.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
I saw we even had like the 20, 40, 80 straddles on a few times.
Oh yeah.
Ethan, one of our favorite regulars here and one of our favorite dealers. Action Giver will play any stakes, any kind of game, any amount. Fearless.
Yep.
And you don't want to cross him in the Baccarat streets.
Oh my god.
I like to needle him just about every day about that.
Can't handle all this.
You know, we could do like $100 bomb pot with like a $1,000 cap.
It don't matter, whatever.
Okay. Who would be down with that? Who would be down
I'm not trying for Worm to sack me in the last hand of the night.
Like,
It's just that first page. Those are. There. Oh, yeah, you can do that one.
What
the?
But Robbie is up. If I fucking ever see Robbie on the street, boy, I swear to God, I'm up.
You already dropped the F word. You're supposed to beep it. And guys, looks like we're going to be wrapping it up here in just a few minutes. I think they said 82 is the last hand, and this is 78, so got just a few more minutes with you guys. And that is Ethan right there in the 2 seat that's joining us in the booth now. So what did you think about Worm making that hero call against Patrick and then Patrick saying standard 10 of spades?
Wow, that's... Dang, he got big. He got big.
You saying Worm has big ones or Patrick does to say that?
Oh, they both got big ones, but both got a bigger.
He got killed a lot early.
That's you saying you were in for 4K tonight?
Yeah.
In for 4K.
In for 43, actually.
All right, looks like you're racking up about 18, so.
Yeah.
Tough night, 25. Oof. Stinger. Good thing you've been running so good.
Yeah, it's okay. We gotta hit the back rack tonight and get it back.
There we go. You heading up to Choctaw?
Yep, we're heading to Choctaw tonight, boys.
He needs a ride if anyone out there is willing.
Yep, on the way to Choctaw.
Pick up Ethan out front.
Please.
Shout out to Mason in the 1 seat for being our other big winner of the night. I think he was in for only 1K. Did you see?
I don't remember, but he went a big pot at the beginning.
He did. He won several.
Three ways on him, and then just...
I'm pretty sure he was in for 1. And he's cashing out about 6.
It's not a tough set, just hold up.
The other ones are voice functions, but it doesn't work on the other headphones. But I can put it on and be like,
Hey, Ethan, how's it going? Big guy?
kind of scary.
How much did you start with that?
Yeah, sorry that the game broke early, guys. I really am.
Dude, I had a blast.
Worm giving apologies for the game break-in. I'm not sure how sorry he actually is, as he's going to be racking up quite the stack. He was in for 3, and I think he said he's sitting on around 9, maybe a little over.
I just want everyone to have fun, man. Like, honestly, that's all I wanted.
I wish we started sweating earlier because it makes it so well.
Taking a 3-way flop here. Ethan in there with the ace-10. He's up against Cyril, who's got the same hand. And Ralph, who flops top pair. $130 in the middle here. Checks around.
Oh, no one bet, damn it. But yeah, seriously.
Gutter balls for the ace-10s.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for
I'm so
coming
glad
out.
you invited us.
It's like,
Don't do it.
Ralph has the best hand, but Cyril reaching for chips.
to get all my poker friends together and
Ethan coming in with a famous one-liner.
we were able to.
Thanks for considering me a poker friend.
Dude, you're more than a poker.
Ralph gonna call with a jack and find out it's good.
You ever want? You have an invite to my $20 home game.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
And cheers to Ralph. He was sitting on a short stack for most of the night.
Oh, I have a $20 home
and ended up winning a couple of big ones here at the end. I know that's going to help him feel a lot better when he's driving home. And there's Worm. It says he's on 7.3, but I'm pretty sure he said he's up 6. And he was in for 3, so possibly that chip count is off. Ethan shouting out last hand. I think they said 82 though, so I think maybe one more after this.
I'm sorry.
Straddle's on. Ethan just going to limp. Maybe a byproduct of getting his butt kicked tonight.
Alright, only because of that.
Uh-oh.
He's coming in. He's got ace 4 and I'm not the
Ethan said no spoilers. Could this possibly be... Oh, no. He says, not today. I'm done. He says 2.5 is enough. I'm out of here.
Not a good night for Ethan,
Not
boys.
a good night. Good decision, as Worm does have the ace king. He's dominated.
Robbie, you are a
Don't snap call. That means marginal slowdown value. You know I know that. Oh shit, he has a premium or nothing. Damn it.
Uh-oh, looks like our frame rate is spiking here, guys. We might end up cutting it before the end of this hand is over. This Worm 3-betting to 250. Ralph thinking about calling with the king jack, but I think that we might be... Oh, no, we're coming back to 30. We got some glitchy software back here, Ethan. It's kind of what we deal with.
Need a little upgrade on this.
Yeah, the computer's been around for a while.
Yeah.
And it looks like Ralph didn't end up folding here. Worm's going to take it down, and I'm going to give it a couple of seconds to work itself out here, guys. But we are, like, here on the tail end of this thing, so we might go ahead and just wrap it. And I'm going to give a quick shout-out to the room and a couple of the things we got going. This weekend, we're going to have free rolls twice a day for you guys. Saturday and Sunday at noon and 7 p.m. At noon, that's a 1K guarantee, and the 7 p.m.s are 1.2K. Decided to bump those up for March. So be sure to show up and get in on that action. It is absolutely free to play if you're a member. And then coming up on Monday is our 5K guarantee. It's Nicole's game. That's an $85 buy-in tournament. $5,000 guaranteed to the prize pool. It starts at 7 p.m. And that's our biggest guarantee of the week, so you're definitely going to want to be here for that one. And then all throughout the rest of the week, we've got great tournaments going. Get onto our socials at PH Social Dallas. You can find us on Instagram or Facebook and here on YouTube. So check those out, and you can see all the details. You can also find us on Poker Atlas, where you can check our live cash game wait list, as well as all the details for those tournaments every day of the week. And we appreciate you guys for tuning in. And it looks like maybe we caught back up here, and maybe they're going to do a coin flip. Is that what's happening here at the end?
Yeah, we're doing bomb pot flip.
Ooh.
Fucking Robbie did me the first card used to do some club. Swear to God, Robbie's a...
Yeah, show one card pre-flop. Yeah, until you have the best hand. Yeah.
Can't handle Robbie, bro.
Let's all show one card before the flops get
Womp. Well, we almost made it to the end here, guys, and that is going to be all of the action anyway, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it. We appreciate you all for joining us tonight. Had a great time here in the booth, as always. Happy to have that table audio now, and shout out to Worm for the birthday bash, for winning all the money, and for providing us all of the entertainment tonight. Shout out to Ethan for always playing and being a good sport. Appreciate you hanging around and helping us get all the games going every day.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm sure we'll see you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
First place for Ethan last month in the cash game leaderboard.
What a fucking legend.
Played almost 200 hours of cash games.
Hey, but I profited a lot last month.
You profited a lot last month? Nice. Attaboy, nice. So, sounds like you could absorb the blow tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be all right. He's a young guy, too. You can see him in the 2-seat there. Fresh face. He's going to be all right. A lot of opportunities ahead of him, so... Sorry and condolences for the loss, but shout out to Worm, shout out to Mason. Great game tonight. Appreciate all the action, guys. And we are going to be back on Monday with David's game, 5-5 uncapped. You going to be playing in that, Ethan?
I will.
You will. So we're going to see him back and all of our favorite characters Spooky, Lil Raj, David, Big Fish. And you know those guys are going to be bringing the action. So we will see you on Monday. It's going to get started around 8 o'clock. And you're going to have Dave and Josh in the booth for commentary. And until then, guys, have a great night out there. And we'll see you next time.
Hold on. Ravi, I will if I under.
Nice. I love it. All right. See you guys. Peace.